The night the sky split open, the sea did not roar, it held its breath. A streak of white fire carved across the heavens and vanished behind the curtain of jungle on a nameless tropical island. For a long moment, nothing moved. No birds called, no waves crashed against the shore. Even the wind died mid-sigh. The dark settled back heavier than it had been before, as if holding its breath with the sea. A full minute passed. Then, deep in a hidden cove, something hummed. Low, steady, mechanical. It did not belong to wind or wave or anything that grew on this island. The hum rose, softened, then fell silent. A smooth silver craft settled between the trees, its surface dimpling slow as it cooled from the heat of entry. A seam opened along its front with a soft, sharp hiss. Boots touched warm, damp sand. She stepped out into the humid, dark, push-tangled curls from her face and breathed deep of the salt air. She had run 3 different worlds to get here. This one felt no more dangerous than the last. She grinned, sharp and bright, into the dark. "All right," she said to no one. New world, new trouble. She sealed the craft behind her, buried it beneath a quick shimmer of camouflaging light. By the time the jungle stirred again, there was nothing left but vines and shadow. She turned toward the glow of distant lanterns on the horizon and started walking. By dawn, Rose reached the edge of town. San Calavera clung to the shore like cracked paint, half-rotting wood, half-stolen stone, thick with the noise of men loose on land. Ships crowded the harbor, masts creaking like old bones. Sailors shouted, laughed, fought in doorways. A fiddle scraped a tune that sounded like it would end in blood. She stepped into the chaos, eyes forward, pace steady, and missed nothing. She found what she was looking for in a dim tavern thick with pipe smoke and rum fumes. "Spanish convoy," one pirate growled, slamming down a chipped mug. "Gold enough to drown a king." "Aye," another muttered into his drink, "and cursed enough to drag you down with it. No one sails those waters twice." Rose leaned against the splintered bar. Her crooked smile formed slow. "Good thing I don't plan on sailing them twice." She didn't need loyal or honorable. Those died first when trouble came. She needed people who ran toward glittering danger, who never asked too many questions. She started collecting before the sun hit midday. A knife spun at her in an alley. Fast, meant to scare, not kill. She caught it mid-flight without looking, hilt settling solid in her palm, and handed it back. The scarred woman with broken knuckles stared. "You miss on purpose?" Rose tilted her head. "Or I don't miss." The woman smirked and joined her. Her name was Jax. At the docks, she found a drunk navigator slumped over a water-stained map, too far gone to tell north from south. Rose flipped the chart right side up, corrected 2 wrong current lines with quick ink strokes, and tapped the finished mark. "You plot currents like they're winds," she said. "That's why you're lost." He blinked at the map, then at her. "Who are you?" "Your next chance." He jumped on the offer before she finished. His name was Miko. By mid-afternoon, the sea changed. Bright blue faded to deep ink. The wind dropped dead. A fog rolled in, thick enough to swallow the bow, sudden enough to make the crew reach for their knives. The compass spun uselessly on its peg, needle whirring round and round without stopping. Miko leaned over it, hands shaking. "This place eats ships," he said. Rose didn't argue. She simply pulled out the small blue device from her jacket. It flickered to life, casting strange glowing symbols across her face in the gray fog. "Good thing I don't use compasses," she said. She turned the wheel, adjusted their course. The Starling surged forward, cutting through the fog as if it knew the way. Shadows moved beneath the surface, too large, too slow. Broken masts drifted in and out of the mist, silent reminders of crews that never came back. Then they saw it. A galleon loomed out of the fog, massive and half-broken, hull split open along the keel but still afloat. Gold glinted from within the cracked coins, solid bars, gilded chalices spilling like sunlight trapped in rotting wood. The crew went still, breath caught in their throats. "By the deep," Jax whispered. They boarded fast, hands trembling not from fear, but from hunger. Inside, the air felt wrong. Thick, still, like the galleon was holding its breath. The gold was there, piled high in the hold, but so were other things hummed faintly, smooth metal that didn't tarnish, shapes that didn't belong to any empire that sailed these seas. Rose's device pulsed faster against her side. Clear blue water stretched out ahead. Open sky blazed overhead. No fog, no shadow. Piles of glinting gold heaped across the main deck, still warm from the galleon's hold. Silence fell over the crew. They turned to Rose, and the suspicion in their eyes had softened into something sharp and bright, something closer to belief. Miko wiped sweat from his brow and leaned against the rail. "Where to now, Captain?" he asked. Rose leaned against the wheel and looked up at the wide, endless stretch of sky. She let the salt wind hit her face and felt it tangling in her hair. "Somewhere no map can follow," she said. The wind caught the Starling's sails, filled them tight and hard. The hull cut through the waves, steady, fast, hungry for what came next. Behind them, the cursed waters rolled shut again. They swallowed the wrecks, swallowed the secrets, swallowed all the gold and artifacts they had left behind. Ahead of them stretched nothing but open water and all the possibilities it held. Far above, unseen in the bright daylight, something shifted in the blue. It tracked the Starling's movement, slow and patient, as it had tracked Rose from the moment she ran, as it always would.